Alright, here we go, final round.
We interrupt this video to bring you Phil, the Asshole Fish Show, starring Phil, the Asshole Fish, abandoned by his balls. He was found by Twitter, who loves to retweet his bullshit that he spews out every day. But people can get in trouble on Twitter. It's up to Phil to shut his fucking mouth.
Stupid Twitter, you made me look bad.
You ready?
Yeah.
Alright, hey guys, welcome to Culture Shock. My name's Anthony.
And I'm John from Johnny F. Co.
And today we're going to talk about what everybody else is talking about and be super original.
Phil.
Is an asshole.
Phil.
Phil Fish.
Phil.
Phil Fish.
Phil.
Fish stick. Phil Fish sticks.
Fish sticks.
Fish sticks. Do you like fish sticks?
Yeah.
What are you, a gay fish? I'm not a gay fish. That's a Carlos Mencia joke. Anyways, we're going to talk about Phil Fish. There was a news story that came out. Phil Fish talking about YouTube Let's Players and people using gameplay footage on YouTube. Now, if you don't know, Phil Fish is a dick. And I hope he sees this video and then cries about it because that's what he likes to do, and he has no balls.
It's a little harsh. You're harsher than I would be. I don't know Phil Fish personally. I can't say
Welcome
if he's
to
a
the
dick.
internet.
Yeah.
Where people call Anthony a fat fuck every day, and I just roll with it.
Yeah.
You know, it's okay. You don't have to get all mad on Twitter and be like, ah! Anyways, here's what he said. Here, I got the exact quote on my phone, my Galaxy S4 that I'm saving fat stacks with. That's from a commercial. Here's what Phil Fish says. YouTubers should have to pay out a huge portion of their revenue to the developers from which they are stealing all of their content.
Yeah.
Revenue should be shared with developers. This should be built into YouTube. Anything else is basically piracy.
Now.
So he made that game Fez, so you know.
That's a big conversation. I mean, it's ballsy to even come out and, like, start that conversation.
Start.
Well, I don't agree with how he goes about it, but
he's a dick.
Part of his message rings a little true. But there's different variations of it. You know, you can't just say that all gameplay should not be allowed on YouTube.
Which seems like what he's saying. Look. Oh, Phil Fish, look, Fez is in your video.
Oh, is that a Fez?
Yep. Oh, look, Fez is in your video. Sue me.
That's a copyright strike.
Fucking sue me.
There are different layers to it. We are entering this, like, the gameplay stuff has just decimated YouTube.
Yep.
Completely decimated it.
It's just a new thing.
For good or bad, it is the new thing.
It used to be vlogs, now it's gameplay.
And then, like, everybody's doing it. Like, everybody's got a gameplay. I've done a little bit myself just for fun.
Check out the new Grand Theft Auto gameplay video here.
I mean, I just do these little silly GTA clips for fun because it's like, oh, well, why not? I got to support myself because I can't create content every day by just fucking playing video games. It takes me 2 to 3 weeks to create a fucking cartoon. But now I look at what, like, Phil Fish has. Yeah. He has Fez. That didn't take him 2 to 3 weeks to make. That took, what, 3, 4 years?
Probably years, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I can...
And it sold well.
It did. And now listen, I can understand his, like when people get on and play his game, like, play through it. I can understand he's frustrated by that because, like, what they're using is his artwork, his coding, everything to make their content. And then they put ads on it and then they make money from it. I can see his frustration with, shit, I should get a piece of that for a playthrough. But
now, is that with commentary or without commentary?
That is with even if it's just playing through with commentary.
See,
you're not ruining the game, but you are still spoiling the game for somebody. I've had people steal my videos. It only takes me 2 weeks to make, but still, that pisses me off because they're using my content, they steal it, and they put ads on it. It's clearly wrong.
Rightfully so, but that's different. Definitely a video that you make and draw and create this cartoon.
But he made and drew all those assets that go into Fez.
I understand, but it's a very... that makes sense, and it does make sense if you think about it that way. But I can also... Like, when I watch a gameplay video, I will skip gameplay videos on, say, Game Grumps or something, of games that I know I'm going to play, or I want to play.
You don't want to spoil it for yourself.
I don't want to spoil it, so I won't watch it. People who don't want to spoil it... People who are going to buy the game are going to buy the game. Maybe they'll watch the first couple episodes and go, this looks interesting, let me buy it and not spoil the whole thing. People who don't, they get to watch through your thing and experience it, and they get to... Maybe they'll buy the sequel or something. See, I look at it as very strong advertising.
Oh, it is advertising.
And it boggles my mind that especially an indie developer will look at that and go, how dare you not give me the free advertising? Like, I can understand the big companies who don't give a fuck. They pump millions of dollars into their advertising budget. But Phil Fish, like, your game could be completely made on the fact that people play it on YouTube. There was a video on Game Theorist about, like, Flappy Bird, how that blew up because PewDiePie played it. All right? The day that he put a video up on his channel, the downloads went psh. up into the sky. And you look at games like, or companies like Nintendo, who everyone is scared to do gameplay videos of Nintendo games. Maybe it's not all of it, but maybe that is part of why games aren't selling that well. Certain games that people are like, no, stop it. I bet you no one's going to play Fez on their Let's Play channel from now on.
Like, I do sort of agree with him that we do need something built into YouTube. It should be the publisher's option. Like, do I want to let Let's Players play it? Or no, I don't want people to play it. I don't want to spoil the story. You can only, like, you know, dictate what you can use. You can only use the first hour. You can only use the first 2 hours of gameplay.
Now, the big guys do that
exactly.
a lot. Now, is it fair to me to say that if someone did implement that, like say Phil Fish said, okay, you can use this, but after that point, I'm taking the revenue dollars, that would completely ruin his reputation at this point. So
well, his reputation already seems
I'm saying
sullied,
like anyone.
but
If you made a game and you were like, all right, well, you can't show gameplay of this unless I share revenue, you're probably going to get a bad rap just because that's not the norm.
Yeah, that's not the norm right now, but like when it becomes the norm, because it's coming. Like,
but right now, you need to play the game the way it is.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's brave to be bold and go out there and try to change it, but you're going to get a lot of bad rap.
Yeah, no, you're going to get a bad rap. But I do agree with him that you do need something built in the YouTube to say, all right, if you are going to use content and art and all these assets from this thing that you don't own, maybe there should be a little kickback, whether it's like 10%, 5%, like whatever it is, a small kickback to the people that do work hard to make the games that we love.
I could see that much.
Okay?
Yes. Now,
like that's my argument.
Now, you were saying reviews.
Now, reviews
Definitely.
reviews is a completely different thing.
Yeah.
Now reviews, I mean, I think the big guys, they put certain standards on the reviews. Like, yeah, you can only use the first hour of gameplay footage. You know, don't spoil monsters and, you know, the awesome things we've created. Don't spoil that. But please review our game. That's where the line is kind of gray to me, because I don't think reviews should have to give back, like what Angry Joe does. He shouldn't have to give a penny back to the developers.
It's commentary.
But he needs to work within those rules.
You can use it to prove a point.
Yes.
That's fair use.
So yeah, there is that gray area of somebody who puts work into a review and, you know, has an honest opinion, and it's not just I'm playing the game and giving a review.
Yeah.
It's like a well done production. That I think should be completely fair, completely legal, because you can see the hard work that goes into it. But someone that just says, well, here's what I fucking think of the game as they're fucking playing it, just a level.
I can see that.
You,
but then
man.
there's Phil Fish, who's like, oh my God, sue him. Give me part of your money every time you show this little Fez. Kiss the Fez. So that's what we think about copyright in the videos, blah, blah, blah. Phil Fish, why are you an asshole? You have to understand what you're doing.
Call a guy a name on the internet.
I mean, look, you're on the internet, dude. Grow a pair. If John got pissed off at every bad comment he got, if I got pissed off at every bad comment I got, we wouldn't be here today.
Yeah, no, look, you have to be able to take internet comments with a grain of salt. I do feel like, from what I've seen, it's like he doesn't take criticism very well.
No, one person says one word and he's just like, well, fuck it, I'm canceling Fez, and fuck it, I'm tired of this industry.
And I'm sure he has his reasons, and you know what? If he wants to do that, he can. He's, you know, it's his own fucking shit. He can do whatever he wants.
He can, but shut up.
Yeah. You got to be able to, like, you know, take criticism.
Silently in
you got to
the
be
corner.
able to take criticism online, man. It's like it's part of the game. And if, like, you know, someone's going to call you out for being an asshole, you can respond if you want to, but you can also just ignore it.
Yeah, you'll probably get more respect if you ignore it.
Yeah,
honestly,
I don't give a damn.
Whatever. If I get a bad comment, I usually just respond like, "Oh, you got me, man." Like,
Ding.
I just joke. I don't give a fuck. It's internet people.
Boogie's made some good videos on that, because he gets a lot of like, "Oh, you fat lazy
You're
fuck."
fat.
Yeah, blah,
You're
blah,
fucking
blah, blah.
fat.
And you just gotta take it and roll with it. You gotta kind of just gotta mentally say, all right, well, fuck those people. I'm not gonna make videos for you. I'm making videos for the people that enjoy what I do.
I love the comments of people who are like, "Your video sucks. You should do it this way," and then you go to their channel and they don't make videos. Isn't that one great? Anyways, guys, that's what we think about this whole Phil Fish thing that's going on, and internet copyright and blah.
Well, changes are coming. I guarantee you, because the game publishers are going to start complaining. They already have.
I
guarantee it. Like, it's coming. Like, the gameplay stuff's not going to last forever.
We'll see.
I'm calling it now. I'm calling it now. Save this video. Save this clip. Big changes are coming down the road.
Bring it back. Put it in your video with John.
I don't know when it's going to happen, but it's coming.
Yep.
Because anytime there's money to be made, the corporations are going to check it out.
So what do you guys think? Please leave a comment below and let us know what you think is going to happen to gameplay videos in the future and this whole Phil Fish thing. And like this video if you want to help out the show, and subscribe to the channel if you're not. My name's Anthony.
I'm John.
And we're signing off.
What?
It's like a news channel.
Oh.